Hey, am I on? Whoops. Put that there. I am receiving your content. Yes. So let's do this thing. Oh, hold on. Let me turn that. So, I'm doing a few things. That's my notes about what I want to talk about. I am prepping my Christmas gift guide. Whoops. I'm just showing you a little flash of what that is. So keep your eyes out for that. I'm also updating my Lee Valley wish list and other wish lists. I'm updating my Amazon one as well. Here's the thing about wish lists. I don't keep wish lists because I want people to buy me things. I keep wish lists so I can keep track of things that I sort of plan to add to the toolbox and then over the next little while. So I always feel a little awkward talking about my wish lists because I feel that if I mention that I have an Amazon wish list, someone thinks I'm hinting for swag. But that's not it. Sometimes I kind of want to share a wish. Sorry, guys. There we go. That's better. Sometimes I want to share like my Amazon wish list or my Lee Valley one because I want to get people's opinions. Like, dude, you've got this thing on your wish list, but this other thing actually does the same thing for less money, or, you know, I used to have that and it's crap kind of thing, you know? But anyways. $375 Celebrante by Brasseurs du Monde. This is a special beer for Montreal's 375th anniversary this year. Personally, I don't see anything to celebrate. I don't think 375 is like a big birthday, like 400 is, 350. But the current, no longer the current mayor, let me say that again, no longer the current mayor. He was all about like legacy, right? So, you know, threw a lot of money at these ridiculous 375th anniversary celebrations, like a rodeo. Over the angry words and general kerfuffle of a lot of people in this city, he insisted that the rodeo had to go ahead, even though I thought maybe there's a rat or something. Even though there's no tradition of a rodeo in this province. Like there is a rodeo every summer, I think, out in the sticks, but it's not like we have a tradition of rodeos, like historically speaking. So no one could figure out what he was on about. Personally, one of the reasons I voted against him is we hosted an electric car race called the Formula E. And I am passionate about electric cars, okay? I think it's the way of the future. I don't think we need to go all electric. I would like to see like a cocktail of electric, maybe hydrogen, some gas power. Like, I think the way to save the world is to not replace one monolithic, resource-intense thing with another. I think breaking it up so that, everyone has less of an impact is the way to go. But anyways, I'm passionate about electric cars. I want to have one day. And this race could have made everyone passionate about them. But because he duffed it up the people in charge duffed it up so badly, what I'm afraid of is that people will associate that race with electric cars and the interest will wane because of that. But anyway, I ain't here to talk to you guys about Montreal. It's just I'm trying this special beer, which I will take a picture of and put on my Untapped profile after this little live stream. By the way, I'm serious, guys. Go back to my last live stream. I put my Untapped nickname or whatever there. If any of you guys are on Untapped, hit me up. I want to see what you guys are drinking, and I want to show you what I'm drinking. pretty good. It kind of hits at the back of the throat. It's got a slightly sour taste to it. Oh, it's a strong beer. Okay, 7%. Actually, in terms of Quebec beers, that's not really that strong. 25% per bottle is going to aid for immigrants. That's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah. Yeah, so wish lists. I was just, working on this one today and thinking about how selfish it can seem to have a wish list. And I did know someone who put his Amazon wish list sort of in his profile. I always found that a little tasteless because there you're actually asking people to buy you stuff. And as I said, I only use a wish list to keep track of stuff I want to purchase. I can't get enough of this catalog. I don't know if... Like, I know Lee Valley will sell to anyone across, the planet, but I don't know if you guys in the States, know too much about Lee Valley. Like, I don't know how much of their business they do down there. I don't get paid to talk about them, but my experience with them has been bang on every single time. My carving axe, which I did a review of back in the day, I had bought from Lee Valley, my Gränsfors Swedish carving axe. Do I have it here? Ugh. This baby right here, Lee Valley. First one came. If you guys have been watching me forever, you know this. But those of you who are more recent, the first one came and like the handle was all chewed up, like in certain areas. Like I don't know if there'd been a bug in it or something. So I wrote Lee Valley a little email saying, "Look, can I send this back?" I said, "Sure, we just dropped one in the mail for you. Send the other one back when it arrives." And I thought that was pretty cool because I'm used to, we'll send you a... And they sent me sticker, a tag, like a shipping label. But I thought it was cool that they fired me one, and it was here in 2 days before I sent this one back, the old one back. There we go. So anyways, I really like them. I wish they would pay me to talk about them because... Nah, that's not entirely true. Because I don't know what they would be like to work for. There's a lot of companies that, look fabulous, and then you work for them and you realize that, there's stuff going on behind the scenes. Another reason I'm doing this live stream is because I'm not having time to edit my stuff together lately, and I kind of want to stay active. I don't want you guys to think I'm disappearing on you or anything. Oh, hey, Tyler. Hey, man. Exenbaum. Hey, Exen, do you want me to pronounce that Exenbaum or the way that you told me it is in your email? I don't know. Paul's moving boxes. Paul, why are you moving? Oh. I know why you're moving boxes. How's that going? Paul Bakima says, yeah, he loves Lee Valley is spot on. Just watch their pricing. Yeah. At Lee Valley, there's a whole range of there's some great, really affordable stuff. There's some crap. And then there's some stuff that gets really up there. Like their planes, for instance. The thing is, Lee Valley is the company that owns and founded Veritas Tools, right? And Veritas Tools are not... They're not for people in my budget, But fabulous. I would love some. Okay, Exenbaum says either's fine. So I will call you Tenenbaum. Yeah, Paul, sorry, I forgot about the flood. In fact, I even saw it in your Instagram. Which reminds me, there's one thing that I want to bring up, which I'm going to say in a full-on video at some point soon. Lately, I've been sort of bringing my Instagram content up as I've been running short on YouTube time, and I'm starting to see the Rain Dance Bushcraft thing as a multi-platform thing. So if any of you guys are on Instagram, I have a link at the top of my main page to my Instagram, which I have recently split off. I used to have one Instagram where I had my Rain Dance Bushcraft stuff and my Jesse Corbet stuff, and now I split them into two, sort of as a branding. I don't like that word, but as a branding thing. So those of you who want to keep up on my bushcrafting stuff, but don't really care about, say, my yard work or my daughter or whatever outside of the bushcraft context, then, you know, that one's for you guys. Oh, Paul bought the Yankee hatchet. Fair value? Yeah, I've been looking at that. Here's the thing. Because there isn't a Lee Valley in my town, I can't go and like handle anything, right? And I'm trying to sort of tone down how many axes I buy. Just because... Hey, Colette Corbet is watching. Oh, that's my mom. Everyone say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, by the way, how many of you guys are using Amazon wish lists? How many of you guys use wish lists at all? Mom, Paul Bakuma is saying hi. He's a guy I've known for a long time on the YouTubes and the Instagram. The reason I'm in the workshop is because the girls are upstairs playing Little Big Planet 2, and a 6-year-old and her equally competitive mother can get a little loud. So here I am, hiding in the basement. Oh, Paul, yeah, an MEC wish list as well. It's like Paul and I do the exact same shopping. Yeah, and he says people don't look at them. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I'm not I'm not out there telling everyone about my wish lists, because I have one at MEC. I have one at Amazon.ca. I definitely have one at Lee Valley, and like some of the stuff on there, because I just treat it as a shopping list, some of the stuff on there I would be embarrassed to ask someone for, you know, like the excuse me, that was polite, wasn't it? A little burpee. Like I have some hardware for a workbench on there, like some screws, you know, to put the vices together. There's no way I would ask someone for that kind of stuff. It's way too expensive. But I've come to the point where if I write a list down somewhere, before there was a small child in the house, I could write something down, lay it down, and fine. But because I'm a little messy, the cuteling is highly messy, and the mother likes a nice, neat house. So I end up like tidying and recycling stuff, and then like, oh, I needed that. You know, so I've gone to the wish lists. I just keep everything on wish lists. Tyler Rodriguez is saying, yes, I remember talking about affordable gear. You tested the 90% wool blanket from Wilderness Outfitters. Oh, yeah? How much was it? I don't remember. The thing is, I don't want to go, you know what, Wilderness Outfitters. Too many wool blankets. I have a Canadian Forces one, which I've mentioned to you guys before. You know, that straight, ugly, kind of an iron gray with a dark stripe up the middle. Exactly the kind of blanket that I kind of hated when I was in the Royal Canadian Air Cadets, but kind of like ever since, now that I've ended up with way better associations with that time of my life than I thought I would have. And because it was, oh, this is not the right Wilderness Outfitters. I don't think I have the right URL here, guys. Tyler, you want to... Oh, you can't URL me on that. I'll just look it up. I'll look it up later. But yeah, around $35 US is pretty good. I do have Self-Reliance Outfitters. Yeah, I know them. And they've got a Black Friday sale on, which I absolutely cannot take advantage of right now. Though if I could... Woo. Is it under survival? Cover and shelter blankets. Okay, they're 100% queen size, 175. Yeah, that's about... Yeah, 90% wool blanket, $34.99 US. Probably another $30 shipping, right? Because... Yeah, what size is it? 62 inches by 80. Twin sized. Okay. So it's about the same size as my Canadian Forces one. But yeah, you can never have too many wool blankets. You need... I'm a great believer in wool anytime you're near a campfire. Like my expensive Arc'teryx jacket doesn't go near a campfire because it's a synthetic, right? So an ember goes and you've got a hole. Whereas something that's 100% wool, I can't afford a full-on wool. Like I have a wool lumber jacket, you know, those plaid. I have one, and I would love another one, but they're expensive, you know. I just got lost. Oh yeah, but I use it a lot because anytime I'm near a fire, I want wool. An ember goes on and you just, and it's still fine. And because of the fact that wool maintains its thermal properties when wet, you can't go wrong, you know. That's why, like, of late, you know, I've been sort of changing my bush clothes a little bit. You know, I don't think that, you know, a cotton poly blend is up to the job. In the summer, when you're just wearing a short sleever and it's 40 degrees out, I don't know what 40 is, and that's like what 100%, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired. You know, fine. If I could afford it, I'd wear bamboo in the summer. But anyway, but yeah, you can't have too many wool blankets. I have a bucket list wool blanket, which is one of those Hudson Bay blankets. Not a twin size, but like something more substantial. I've always wanted one of those, but they're just big money, man. Big money. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Is everyone on here Canadian right now? No, not everyone is. Yeah. Yeah, but like one of those Hudson Bay, you know, the point blankets? It'd be amazing if I could afford a queen size for the bed, but no. And also, like, I still remember when the Hudson's Bay started branching them out into like different colors. You know, you could get a red one and blah, blah. No, man. The traditional off-white with the you know, the one that the design of which has not changed in a couple of centuries kind of deal, you know? Paul, ever look into Turkey? Yes, I did. But then I didn't favorite or bookmark the site, so I forgot about it until you just reminded me. But yeah, I did look at them. Yeah, Tyler and Paul, we all talked about it at the same time. Turkey foot. Where is it? I'm afraid to order stuff from across the border, you know, because of the sometimes shipping, or sometimes you get, if it's shipped by UPS, I've had some breathtaking brokerage charges handed to me by UPS. So I'm always afraid almost to order anything from across the border. I still do it sometimes, but you know. Order confirmation. What? Oh. I'm trying to find the... Okay. Yeah. Turkey foot. Nice thing about having a portable computer instead of a desktop is I'm sitting here in my scrappy my studio. Can't even do that with a straight face. In the basement, and I can still look at Turkey Foot Traders. Turkey Foot equipment. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't know how there was still a mosquito alive right now. Darn burn it, where are you? Turkey Foot Traders. Find Turkey Foot Traders. Dang you. Net find, what the hell? Tell you what, I'll ignore this problem for the next little while. What's the safest way to get things to Canada? Here's the thing, Tyler. USPS is probably the most affordable way. I think UPS is the least affordable way. I've had stuff arrive from FedEx or Pure Later before, or DHL or whatever. The benefit there is, if I send something to you by Canada Post, let's just say I've sold you, who cares, something, Yugo. I send it to you, and I say to Canada Post, I want a tracking number. It's going to cost me a mint, but it's insured for up to $100. You can get more of it. And there's a tracking number. Apparently, when I order something from the States, USPS will only track it to the border. And once it comes north, then they're not, then it's, you're just dust in the wind. Which really weirds me out, because if Canada Post can track something right to your door in the States, and USPS is a much bigger company, then what's up? But anyway, so I kind of don't know if USPS is really the safest way to go if you're ordering something like an axe or something, The thing I want to do is get a P.O. box just at the border. There are a whole bunch of companies. I think we've talked about this in live streams before, but there are all these companies that specialize in putting a P.O. box for you just on the American side, where you can just get stuff shipped there. Another thing is there's a UPS store in Plattsburgh, Plattsburgh, I think so, where I have a cousin who gets stuff shipped there, and then she just drives over and gets it. So all that stuff is fine. I haven't tried it yet, and I don't want to try to figure it out by myself. I kind of want to have time to call her and have her go through the order process with me, And we very rarely talk. I don't do family very much. They all live a good drive away from me and everything anyway. So it's not like I can just, hey, I'll be over in 5 minutes, Hold on, let me just... I'm getting behind on the Turkey Foot Trading LLC. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Paul just said something important about that. What would be... Because Canada just upped the limits of what you can bring across the border. So if you go and you go camping for 2 nights, you can bring almost $1,000 of stuff across the border. So, because I live right above... The Adirondacks are the southernmost extent of our Laurentian mountains. I don't know if I'm simplifying that too much, but anyways, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So if I can work in an overnight camp, it has to be a 2-night camp, Paul? If I can work in a camping weekend, then I can bring my stuff across without getting dinged, and I'm camping, 2 pluses, and I'm in the Adirondacks. pillars of win for this concept. You know, but yeah, as Paul is saying that, like all the big freight guys, like UPS and FedEx and all of them, they're all going to charge a brokerage fee. I feel that the one that UPS charges is the harshest one. Friday night to Sunday night, yeah. A lot of this will become more possible for me when my wife is back to working in town, because right now she's only home weekends, so I don't want to add anything to a weekend. You know, she's home, let's just, you know, be home and have no stress kind of thing, because, you know, she does a hard job. But I do intend that starting in spring, I'm going to kick up my activity in a big way. You know, here's the thing. I have this idea of maybe going back over the past year or two, and like every now and again putting up one of my favorites of my old videos on Facebook, sort of to link, you know, to show people who maybe have only discovered me later. Or on Instagram. It's harder to link via Instagram though. And one of the videos I looked at was my New Year's one from, you know, crossing into 2017. The one where I was standing there at night and Camille was just jumping into the camera. And, you know, watching that video made me sad, because I had a lot of hope for 2017 in that video, and I just, of all the stuff I spoke about wanting to get done, I didn't get most of it done, you know, and I'm tired of saying, you know what, life got in the way, but next year's going to be better. Especially because I got to get into the forest. I'm going crazy, you know. So, you know, it's easy for me to say, in spring, I'm kicking it up a notch, but instead I will say, in spring, I want to kick it up a notch. I gotta hit the bush. I'm just, and I want this year's New Year's video to be followed up, you know, because it's true, you know, life just happens to you sometimes, but it's been a pretty rough 3 years, and I'm done with that. That's old news now. I got shit to do. Oh, I just swore online. Now YouTube is going to demonetize me. I'm not monetizing this anyway. But I got stuff to do, man. I got, you know, some of the guys I love watching, you know, Scrambled O, Joe Robinette. Come on, that guy, man. Ray Mears and stuff. You know, I don't get the same sort of, like, I watch Ray Mears as comfort food. And to a certain extent, Scrambled O and Joe Robinette as well. But lately, watching them has just sort of given me this, not a panicky feeling, but an awareness that I'm not doing what I started this channel to do. You know, and it's just making me not angry, but antsy, you know? So I gotta fix that up. I gotta get that squared away. I'm wondering if it's too hoppy. Oh. Okay. This mellow blonde beer with champagne yeast has low bitterness and delivers honey, pear, orange, and lemon flavors. I definitely pick up on the citrus. In that way, it's almost a little IPA-ish. And IPA is not my jam, you know? Yeah, Tyler, man, Joe, he really gets out there. You know, he's canoeing. Man, I just. One thing I did talk about on my last YouTube New Year's video was that I wanted to do at least one collab with someone other than Camille this year, and I did it, right? My EDC video. He's not another YouTuber, but, you know, but Simon is pretty knowledgeable about EDC and some other stuff. And so it was good to do that, and I want to do more of that. I would love to find some local bushcraft YouTubers, like really local. Like there's Lieutenant Survival or LT Survival, but he's actually in Quebec City. Right now he's actually in Montreal, but right now I don't have any time because right now my wife works far away. So I'm single dadding it. But if he's still in town when my wife's job comes back, then I'm going to hit that guy up to do a couple of videos together, you know? Yeah, I told her that's it. I'm trying to run a normal life and keep a YouTube channel up, and it's very difficult. But I mean, look, I'm not the only one doing that, right? There are a lot of guys who do that, and they still get videos out. So I can't make any more excuses, you know? I don't think I'll buy it again. It's not a bad beer, but as I said, it's a little too IPA-ish for me. Another thing I wanted to ask was, when was the last time anyone tagged anybody? Like, is it me, or does no one in the bushcraft community tag each other anymore? I got tagged twice in the entire time I've been... The thing is, I've got a very small channel, so I'm not going to get tagged by a lot of people because I'm not big enough to be, you know, noticeable. And, you know, when I get tagged, you know, I do it. But it's not like my main reason for YouTube, and that's for sure. But like, I haven't seen anyone tagging anyone lately. Was it just sort of like a fad or something? I don't know. I haven't noticed any tagging lately, and it made me wonder. Because there are people still tagging each other on YouTube, I think. But I haven't seen one in a while. You know what I'd almost like to do is have get a review, whatever, tool thing, a knife or a saw or something, and have a little circle of whatever, maybe 5 YouTube channels, and send it around, and each of them do a review, and then I don't know, maybe at the end we all sort of auction it off for charity or something. I don't know. I don't know. This idea is just coming into my head now because it reminded me of something that was in maybe it was a Blade forum or something. They called themselves the Gauntlet, and they kind of did that, right? They sent a knife around and they each then did a write-up. I spend very little time on forums now. I spend very little time on things like that now because I had to sort of hone my social stuff to the tube of views. But I wonder how well it would work. Like, would all 5 of them have to be in Canada or the States, right? Or could you do like one guy's in the UK, one guy's in the States, one guy's in Canada, and one's, I don't know, pick a place, Ireland, something, Germany. Like, would having those borders really slow it down, and does it matter? Or would it be better to just sort of keep it in one country? Paul, yeah, man. When you get your stuff back together, I want to see some videos, brother. I miss you, man. I mean, I'm keeping up on your Instagram, which is why I knew about that flood. You're not a lucky guy in some ways, man. Interestingly, the way we discovered the company that gutted and redid our first floor when we bought this place was one of our friends had a wicked flood that just blew their kitchen to pieces. And so the company that did their kitchen through their insurance company, they liked a lot, and they sent to us. And we liked them a lot, and we sent them to other people too. Colette Corbet says, take Camille on a camping trip and give Mom a weekend off. Yeah, we've talked about that, especially because Cody's on my ass about camping in a big way, man. She just won't stop talking about it. 3 things she will not stop talking about. Little brother, dog, which I could probably do. I miss having a dog. And camping. And she keeps asking for things for her birthday, which is in August. I'm like, yo, man, puss me pussy gal, right? But yeah, we'd actually been sort of planning to take a family camping trip in fall out near near Magog or something, but it never happened, never materialized. Paul says he spoke to Cole Craven about exactly my idea, but it never materialized. Why didn't it materialize? Like, did you guys look into kind of what would go into it and it just turned into too much of a drag, or what? Tyler, I'm not going to forget it, man. It's on video. It's going to live forever. But actually, well, Paul, when you're actually up and going again, maybe we can start something. You know? And like in which case, does somebody like do we take turns buying an item? Or would our combined viewership make it worth trying to ask for a review item? Oh, I see, yeah. But Paul, man, I'd love to try that. Like, I don't mean every month or something. I mean, like, a couple of times a year kind of deal. Because, I mean, everyone's trying to make their own videos, you know? But, like, you know, if every few months you just, you know, that sort of fits into the production calendar. I don't have a production calendar. I go by the seat of my pants. Oh, Paul, you had a flashlight sent to you? The only thing I've very rarely gotten anything for free. I don't have enough subs yet. I have a plan for driving my subs up, but I'm waiting for something to arrive in the mail first. I've got stuff for giveaways for when I hit milestones, but it's just and it's my own fault because I'm not getting into the forest. I know. I've been told that I have to get into the woods, and I agree. And I'm not going to enjoy the kind of meteoric rise in subscriptions that I believe I deserve until I'm actually making it worth people's whiles. I get that. Because stuck around 2,200, I don't remember exactly. I just don't have enough subs to make it worth a company's while to send me something. You know, the only free stuff I've ever gotten was the Mora Kneve. There was something else, but I don't remember what. I've got a hammock I want to do a video on, you know? It's just getting out there. No. That's the wrong way to think about it. No, that's 2017 thinking. I will get out there. A couple of times a month, you know? Let's not be ostentatious, but I'm going to get out there somehow. I'm going to find a piece of land that I can get permission to be on. I'm going to find a map of Crown land in Quebec. It's going to happen. Yeah, one tigress. I think you're right, Paul. 3 to 5 of us. Do you want to start talking to people on your end, and I'll start? It's got to be someone who's fairly active, right? Like, what's the shittiest thing to say to you right now? but like, what I mean is someone that someone that we know as a YouTuber, and we think would be up to it. I don't know. I think it would be a really cool idea. Because I would love to see how 5 people view the same thing. You know? I think it'd be worth it. I think it's cool. And we could all be linking to each other's videos, right? like I'll say, you know, in this video, I'm reviewing this 11 centimeter tea can by Falcon. What's this company called? Falcon Enamel in the UK. I got sent this by Paul Bukima, who is right there. Ding! Who reviewed it before me. You know? Something like that, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of thing I would do, but I maybe just put a link in the description below or something, you know? Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But, for my Christmas, my gift guide, I have 9 items here, and I need one more item before I can shoot the video. I think I'm gonna try to do that this week, because last year, you remember my gift guide, it was pretty late. Like it was almost Christmas. You know, I kind of want to get this one out before December hits. You know, and so look forward to that. We got all the Christmas decorations up finally, so I can shoot in the house, and it'll be very, very festive. Any of you guys built a shaving horse yet? Are any of you guys wood carvers? Like, I've discovered that my YouTube and Instagram friends really fall into the bushcrafting ones really fall into 2 camps. Those who carve spoons and axe handles and stuff, and those who just don't. And I kind of want to be carving more stuff. I was thinking of building a shave horse. There's several different designs out there. I think, excuse me, perhaps drinking beer on screen was not the way to go. But we're all friends here. I think I want to build one of the English. Hey, Simon Forget is here in the house. How's it going, mon ami? Tyler built one, but it's awful. Okay. What I'm trying to decide between, I think I've decided, you know, the English style, where the whatever you call the part that holds the wood is like a bar across, and then there's sort of what I think is more of an American style, the dumbhead or whatever, where it's like a block. I think I want to do the British style with the bar. But I'm wondering if there's anything like that I have to really sort of work on, what the differences between the two really are, you know. Another thing I want to do this year is build a workbench. But I'm wondering, because you guys have seen a lot of my videos now, and I wonder if doing the woodwork stuff on this channel is diluting it. Like if I should move that kind of stuff to another channel. Like I think Scrambled O has a second channel for stuff like that, and I'm wondering if maybe I should really be focusing this channel more. Like handling axe is fine, sharpening knives fine. You know, when I finally get some time to build, you know, I've shown you guys this, but I'll do it again just for those of you who may not have, you know, building this. Yeah, of course, you know. It's a puko. It's a bushcraft knife. But stuff like building a work bench, you know, stuff like that, you know. And remember, in the summer, was it last summer, I built a toilet paper box or whatever it was, you know. Like I'm wondering if maybe I should move that stuff to another channel. I have. Yeah, Paul Sellers did. Simon says Paul Sellers just started a series on a workbench, and I haven't seen. I saw his previous one. I haven't seen this one yet. But yeah, I know he started a new one. I'm looking forward to, I'm gonna watch it. He's another guy who I watch kind of as comfort food, man. I sit there with him on the screen. I zen out, you know. What I would like to get at some point this year is the Dick Proenneke movies. I've only seen little chunks while I'm watching a Ramirez video. Something about just he's so familiar to me by now. So like his voice, the stuff he's talking about, the way he delivers, the gorgeousness that always surrounds him. And I think that everything I've seen of the Dick Prenneke videos makes me pretty sure that I would love them just as much, especially because, man, that guy's my hero. What, you walk into Alaska alone and build a log cabin? Hell yeah. I know Dick is on YouTube, Paul, but not the entire movies, right? Like, I've only ever seen little chunks. Be like Dave Canterbury. Organize the content into series or playlists. Yeah, I've been sort of trying to do that. Like if you look at my page, are you guys? Did I just drop out on you guys? I just got like a red line on. No, it's orange. Simo's got the first film. I would like to borrow that, dude. I definitely want to borrow that. But yeah, Paul, I think it's still on PBS. We cut the cable. So to catch PBS, I have to sort of balance. Like, we got one of those little antenna, those little digital antennas that you stick into your TV. Got to kind of balance, and even then, where we are, it's hard to get almost anything. My mom has a much better selection of channels. She did the same thing. But where she gets better. Because, like, I like watching PBS. Maybe not Masterpiece Theater, but, there's a lot of stuff on PBS that I like watching. Oh, Simone. Okay. We'll talk about it. Yeah, Paul. Bob Swear is the guy who owns the rights. That's where I think I've seen like just little chunks. Hold on a second here. Boom. However, I am taking what you just sent me, what you just posted for later, just in case. There we go. I'm just. Yeah, that's the thing. There are shorts. I want to watch like the entire movie just to sort of see, because I've been sort of watching little chunks, and I Simo, I'm gonna take you up on that. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is like the beer that never ends. Oh no, I'm down to there. That's the thing with these larger size. That's a 500 ml. That's a half liter of beer. 7%, eh? Good thing I'm drinking slowly. I was gonna say something. Guys, you cut me off. But yeah, man, Dick Prenneke. Part of me would love to see if I can do that. Walk into the forest, the Yukon, build a cabin, and like live alone for a year. I think I would probably go nuts, especially because like I'm not a huge fan of people generally. I'm a little awkward, as you guys have probably picked up on. Oh, I'm red again. I'm just going to assume that you guys can see me, right? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Let me know if you're getting buffering, okay, guys? I'll call YouTube and tell them to get it in gear. Tenenbaum says all's well. Okay, in that case, I'm just going to ignore that. A lot of stuff. I don't even want to talk about this. I'll do it anyway. a lot changed for me when Camille was born. The first 3 months I hated, and a lot of guys are like that, so I don't feel bad about it. You know, the first 3 months was just like, what do we do? What is this that we've done to ourselves? But ever since then, like even when they go to New York for the weekend to visit the in-laws and stuff, I don't like waking up without being able to see her. So the desire I have to walk into the forest and live alone for a year is somewhat changed. Wait, why am I getting... What is that? Something just happened on my screen. I don't know what that is. Like I ended up with a cross and a check mark, so I just hit the check mark. I don't know. Am I still... yeah, stream health. Apparently I'm still sending. But yeah, so like now, you know, my desire to do that is a little less. Oh. Hold on. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm just sort of... I'm experiencing some difficulties here. Whatever, right? I've totally buggered this. Okay, there. Okay. I don't know what that little... There we go. But yeah, so one thing I want to do for next year, I'm probably jumping around, but sorry, is I definitely want to find a little patch of forest. Maybe there I can build a little Scramble Dough-esque shelter or something, or maybe just go with my hammock, you know, and shoot a couple of videos a month. I definitely want to do that. It's hard to, you know, I don't know a lot of outdoorsy people, so it's hard to say, hey, can I use your patch of forest on the weekend? Because they're like, I don't have a patch of forest, dude. I have a country house surrounded by other country houses. I'm like, oh. But, you know. But that's not what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. The suggestion of sort of breaking, like, the workbench build off into, like, another, like, a playlist or something. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't made any decisions about that yet or anything, because as I said, I'm just musing with you guys here, you know? I do know I want to build... The reason I'm asking is because I filmed prepping those for the top. And I don't know if I should put the video on Rain Dance Bushcraft or not. Because I don't want to be diluting my sort of my image, the persona of the channel, you know? I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Simo's going to build a shave horse this winter. We've talked about that, haven't we? Because I'd like to build one as well. As I mentioned. There's like, what is with these? It's cold outside. Why are these insects still alive? Making me grumpy. Guess the girls are up. I'm just taking a look through the messages, you guys. Yeah, Simone, we also have to do another video together. We've talked about that. I don't know if your situation is what your situation is. I know that it's changed, but I don't know if that's going to change your availability at night. You know. But anyway, another thing I want to get done, and here's another thing, because rehandling axes and stuff on Renet's Bushcraft, bingo, right? But what if I decide to restore this? That's not very bushcrafty, you know. Yeah, Tyler. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just have to package it off into a specific playlist, because I do have playlists. I'm not great at like keeping up with, you know, this should be in that playlist, this should be in that. Paul, you're not the first person to ask me about that. I'm pretty sure Simon would be up for doing a video en français. I have two things about that. Even though I speak French all the time, I mean, I live with a francophone and a fully bilingual kid, I have a bit of shyness when it comes to doing it as part of a channel, because I don't know if I'm good enough to present in French. I can talk in French, you know, I do all the time, right? You know, but when you're just chatting, it's not the same as like when you're standing from I'm going to start that again. When you're just chatting, it's not the same as when you're standing in front of a camera and talking a little more sort of ex cathedra. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I'm good enough to. I should try it. I really should. But the other thing is, I don't know if there are enough francophones watching my channel to make it worthwhile, right? Lars in Russia. Yeah, that's true. And that's the thing, right? There are a lot of guys who are... Look at Waldhandwerk, right? You know, he's Austrian, I think. And, you know, he does videos in English all the time, even though his English is not perfect. It's pretty bloody good. It's a hell of a lot better than my German. So I don't know. Maybe. A lot of the things that stop us happen in our own heads, you know? And I'm absolutely as guilty of that as the next guy. All right, I'm at 58 minutes. And I don't want to go to like an hour and a half this time, because I feel that people aren't watching if it's too long. So I'm going to stop in 2 minutes, okay? So if anyone's got something hilarious or something to say, do it now. Yeah, and that's the thing, because Simon says he's the opposite. You know, English is not his first language, and he's sure to screw up. And so, like, why would I be nervous about screwing up my French? We all screw up in our own languages, right? And here's the thing. I screw up in English a lot more than I used to, because now that I live with a francophone and we're bringing up a kid, like, 100% bilingual. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I feel like no matter which language I'm speaking, I'm always running a translation in my head. So I'm not, you know, perfect in either language anymore, right? Tyler, that's the weirdest thing. Tyler says, what's the range of a violin as far as you can throw it? But yeah, maybe. Yeah, Ulrika, Survival Lily, and Stephanie. Yeah. Of those three, I think I kind of like Ulrika the best. She seems to... Survival Lily does some cool stuff. I wish that everything didn't have, like, you know, survival bow, survival backpack, survival sandwich, survival, like, I have a problem with the way she's marketing her stuff, but she definitely knows her stuff. You know, I like her work. Yes, Tyler, I did want funny. Thank you for fulfilling. Stephanie Margaret, I don't know how I feel about her, man. Like sometimes I think she's the coolest, you know. Sometimes I think she's really cool. Sometimes I just like, why am I watching this? Click. In fact, I think I may have even unsubscribed from her. But like that's why I'm worried about diluting my channel, because she really does, and so I'm never sure what I'm getting into when I click on her, you know. Paul, that's what I was afraid to say, but exactly, I absolutely agree. Paul says Ulrica's his favorite. Lilia is entertaining, but when she starts throwing in the TNA stuff, which you guys know what that means, he gets put off, and I am exactly the same. I don't need to see her in a bikini. That's not why I watch any YouTube videos, you know. I very briefly watched a couple of videos by someone named Bunny Hunter. I came across her because she was on like a panel discussion, so I was like, okay, I'll check her out. And I watched like 3 videos and was like, you know what, I'm not subscribing to this because all it is guns TNA. Forget about it, you know. And the thing about Stephanie is, yeah, there isn't enough actual content. A couple of her videos I liked a lot. She talked about one where she was in the German army and experiencing like sexual harassment and stuff, which I found very honest, and I liked that video not because the poor girl got harassed, but I liked the fact that it was so sort of raw. But generally speaking, you know, in fact, I've unsubscribed from her and Lily. You know. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Bunny Hunter, same deal. I'm just, forget it. No way. You know, we're so surrounded by TNA that, like, why would I go looking for it when I'm looking for bushcraft videos, you know? Good old Simon. Looks like he's going to have a channel, or 2 channels up soon. Be interested to see that. That'll be cool. Tu vas le faire en français ou en anglais? Yeah. It's funny, I have an entire other channel for vlogging. But because of life right now, I haven't had the time to keep either of them. I haven't had the time to keep 2 channels going. So I've really let that one sort of go dormant and concentrated on this one, because this one's bigger, and you know, you guys have been there with me for long enough that there's no way that I'm going to let this channel suffer so I can have 2 going. So I sort of let that one go dormant until things sort of... Oh, excuse me, guys. That was my scrambled dough moment. Except I should have made a face while I did it. Anyway. Okay, see ya, Paul. We'll see you soon. Oh, yeah, like, so I have an entire other channel for my vlogging, you know? Every now and again, there's a little crossover. The video I did about my band, I did 2 very similar versions, one for this channel and a longer one for my vlog channel. And I only did that because I've been asked about music by several subscribers, you know. But like, if I can hardly keep 2 channels going, I'm not going to start another channel for woodworking, which is why I'm thinking that, you know, if as you said, Tyler, thanks, Simo. Let's talk about it some more, shall we? It's okay, the beer's almost done. But like, yeah, if, as Tyler suggested, I just do like a playlist with woodworking stuff. Maybe that's enough. I gotta get some stuff edited and out to you guys. I've got some stuff shot. Last night I was just going over some old stuff and realized I have all kinds of videos like that I shot and then decided this isn't good enough to edit. Especially on the vlog side. On the bushcraft side, I've really sort of, ooh, wow, battery's low. Okay, we're almost done. On this channel side, I've gotten a lot better at shooting stuff and just getting through it and putting it up. Okay, the sound was terrible, but I'm gonna put it up anyway. You know. 2018, I'd like to stop shooting on this iPhone. I'd really like to get a camera again. But, you know, as I said way earlier, I'm not going to say, 2018, this is happening. I'm not. If it happens, it happens. But I'm tired of promising something that I can't, you know, that I don't follow through on. Seeing my last New Year's video earlier today really gave me the blues. You know what I'm saying? Gave me the blues. Alright, we're at 1 hour and 6 minutes. I said the things I wanted to say, and then I said other things. I don't think I embarrassed myself too bad, so if you guys like what I'm doing here, then please share the video. Discuss down below. Like, once this goes up, I'll write a description, and then you can discuss. Subscribe, hit the little bell, ding, and leave me a smiley thumb. If you don't like what I'm doing, leave me a frowny thumb. Thanks for watching, guys.